So you may be wondering about the relationship between inverse functions and what we do when we compose functions. Well, it's really interesting because if you compose a function with its inverse, it always returns x, which is really cool. So let me show you this real quick. From our last example, we have a function and its inverse. We know f of x equals 2x minus 6, and the inverse, f negative 1 of x, equals x over 2 plus 3. We showed before how we created that inverse. Let's compose these functions and see what we get. It's very interesting. So if we're going to compose f composed of f inverse of x, means that we start with f of x and we put f inverse inside it. So we say 2, and then we know this x is going to be the inverse function, minus 6. So let's do this. We'll keep it straight. We know that our inverse function is x over 2 plus 3. Okay? Now let's solve for this. We'll go back to our black and we'll say this equals 2x over 2 plus 6 minus 6 equals x plus 0. So that's it, x. If we want to do it the other way and take the inverse f inverse composed of f of x, so we just do it the opposite direction, what does that look like? Well, we start with f inverse of x. So we start with what we're going to put in here over the 2 plus our 3. Well, what we put in here is our blue function, or if that's purple, forgive me, I'm colorblind. That's going to be 2x minus 6 plus 3. Now let's solve that. We get 2x over 2 minus 3 plus 3 equals x. Boom. Our inverses check out. When composed with each other, the answer is always x. I hope you found this helpful.